This is a continuation. This is chapter 23 of book 1 of my novella Grand Theft Life, part 3. The whole garden was fallen into twilight under some dark cloud, but there was no particular giant cloud to be found in the sky, just wisps of cotton. My focus opened up past the asters and the hedges to the young man in his polo shirt and jeans. I realized then that I could study his thoughts, and that his thoughts were materializing as affect inside of him, and coursing through him was a river of existential angst. Couched in the bright and encouraging quotes of all the great and spiritual leaders and saints the world had ever known. As the sky grew darker, and the grasses and waters and asters became bolder in contrast, I became hopelessly transfixed upon the young man, whom I now saw as little more than an extension of the waters, his body a vessel up against a wave machine of fears generated inside him as a reaction to the book he was reading. And strange as this may sound, I found myself like a child in the summer, seeing the shore for the first time, and running across the beach toward the tremendous foaming surf, declared for immersion without a second thought. I was no longer sitting on the stone table, rather the stone table was supporting my weight, and the scene was no longer pastoral or anything out of Jane Austen's body of work. No, it was now a Van Gogh, or a Capote, or a Dali, or a Garcia Marquez, surreal. I could no longer fight the feeling and rose to my feet. I was light. I was strong. I walked through the hedges to the boy and placed one hand on his head. I looked up to the sun, a bold orange in a now purple sky, and saw myself from above, and there we were beside the reflecting pool, and there were asters, shining stars all around us, and there we were embedded in a moat of 100,000 roses like a wreath all around us. And the current of fear began its transduction into the sustaining lifeblood coursing into me, out of the boy and into me. My God, what a rush! The entire steppe seemed to be moving, circulating around us, the emerald pool at the center, turning like a solar system. The last thing I saw was the boy convulsing beneath me. The book fell to the ground, the pages of the philosophy flapping in the air, circulating warmth all around us. I blacked out, and when I awoke moments later I was being accosted, pinned down by a gardener who had rushed to the aid of the young man, along with others who slowly became aware of something terrible happening down where the silver waters cascaded. They all jumped upon me and wrestled me to the ground, and I was strained by my neck and the grass burning my face. My arms were twisted up behind me, and too much pressure of a man twice my size all upon me, and angry, yelling for someone to call the police. I could not see the boy, for there were people all around him. I was worried for him. I really was. What terrible thing had I done? My heart was pounding and my head was clear, and I was glowing with the charge. I began to smile against the pain, but I could not move, and the pressure only became stronger. I believe my organs were getting mashed. I was trying to speak, but I could no longer breathe. The man was twice as strong with his anger behind him, and because I wasn't able to answer his questions, "Who are you? What have you done?" he was becoming increasingly resentful and forcing me, pushing me into the earth, distressing the C4 in my spine, bullying me. What the hell just happened, I wondered. My mind was racing with asters commingling in my synapses and drawing away any negative thoughts as they were seeding. The only electrocommunications carried across my CNS like a bullet train through my body, gathered into a sea of euphoria and calm.